What we getting into?
What was got another?
Oh, I mean, y'all probably. And I'll tell y'all about the good, possibly. You know what I mean, but we're gonna let that be what it's gonna be. The Lord Dylan. Just know that.
Wait, what's that?
All right.
Remember I told y'all what happened to me? How I've been feeling about my. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But the Lord, you know what I mean. But we, I mean, that's nothing to really. I mean, until it's done, it's nothing to really talk about.
Right.
All right, Shalom. All right, we are the Hebrew Israelites to come to teach the truth of the Bible, to tell our people, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, their nationality according to the scriptures, and to preach the downfall of America, which is Babylon the Great, according to the scriptures. But before that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. All right, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shai being who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Those are their real names according to the ancient Hebrew, the Halashawan, Kodash, the Holy Tongue. I'm going to give double honors to our elders and apostles, from Apostle Haro and down, all the sincere brothers in this truth, to you and the few sisters out there as well. Shalom.
Shalom.
So we out here again another, I don't even know what day it is. Thursday night. Thursday night.
8th, yeah.
Teach again, like I said, teach the Bible. And it's a beautiful time to be alive, man. You got, it's sad to see you got brothers falling out the truth at this time. There was another camp leader, actually, just apparently fell out, lost his spirit or whatever. You know what I mean? A Pittsburgh camp. So, as you see, it can happen to any one of us. You know, that's why. Yep. That's why it's a high time to wake up out of sleep. And that's why you gotta really be on your shit nowadays, man. There's no time for games, no time for bullshit. You know what I mean? I've already coined, like, listen, no nonsense. What they call it? You ever seen the You ever see that show Top Boy?
Yeah.
You know the one boy genius
bro.
group. His group, the ZTs.
Yeah.
Zero tolerance. That's the kind of mentality we gotta be in. Zero tolerance for all bullshit and all fuck shit. All excuses, all wickedness, all laziness. Zero tolerance, man.
If I may add to that, though. Also, you brothers need to stop making this dang on work so grievous unto yourself.
That too.
Brothers. All right. I'm gonna say it plainly. It's brothers in camps that are headstrong with their power, and they're putting weight on other people, not understanding not every man is built the same way. So there might be brothers falling out or wanting to leave the camp because they don't like the leadership.
Could be true.
That I can guarantee, bro. I've worked in leadership in group types of.
Well, I'll tell you what the rebuttal to that would be is that, okay, well, you just are reprobate. You hate order.
Well, no.
No, I'm telling
This-
you
this-
that.
but
That's
this-
what the rebuttal would be.
Oh, no, but my first statement was brothers with their power misusing it. Now, listen, like, perfect example, like, we've heard stories of, you can't talk to me, you gotta go through that brother first. You gotta go get this done. Yeah, but, bro, there's something about order, but then the Lord says he didn't make this hard for us. Even Pastor Hara used to say, have fun in this thing. So how am I gonna have fun in something if I got brothers in my camp that want to swing their dicks around because they want to feel powerful because of this truth?
Yep.
This is what I mean by that. Knowledge puffeth up. So at the end of the day, whoever the camp leader is in your camp, he should know his people. Because you're supposed
It's
to
a
what?
true leader.
It's a true leader. What feeds his flock. He understands the temperaments, the needs, the wants.
You know,
the spirits.
certain sheep have certain diets. Like, I can't feed this sheep with this diet because it's got a gut issue.
Exactly.
This sheep I gotta eat on the diabetic diet because it's a little overweight, so I gotta lean him off a little bit.
So
it's a leader. It's a shepherd.
That's what I mean by that. Now, mind you, I'm gonna tell any man that doesn't want to take any order, especially under Yahweh Shem Shah, mind you, because there's nothing but order if you read the scriptures. Everything's about law and order, right?
But you know, it's also too an upbringing too. Like we came up with strong men in our lives. Plus, we came up in military school, so we've seen the duality of both. Like, you have strong leaders who are actually good leaders, but then
people who just have the title.
People who has the title but they don't actually have the qualifications for the title.
Exactly.
So, like I said, it's just a dick swinging contest. Excuse the vulgarity.
Bring that out, huh?
Yeah, real quick. It's Psalms, Salakia, Proverbs 27 and 23. It says, "Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks, and look well to thy herds."
See, that's what I meant by that.
Plain.
That was right. See,
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, bro.
I'm not talking about a reprobate. I'm talking about the fact that there's brothers out here that's making it hard for younger brothers. So there's brothers out here who's making it module. Because when I first came into the truth, right? I'm not gonna say the brother name, but this man was a tyrant, and he didn't like me because I called him out on his leadership. So he would try everything in his power to get other brothers to turn against me. He would try to get other brothers to turn against me, and he was trying to push me out of the camp. Not because I was doing something wrong or being disobedient. I'm just a natural born alpha and leader, so I could see, hey, yo, bro, you a beta male with a title, and you out here doing things that are not contrary to the scriptures. Hey, like brother trying to kick out brothers from camp just because you didn't like how they didn't do something the way you wanted it done. Whoa, brother, is that? I thought this was a brotherhood. Stuff like that. So I'm not, mind you, I have no quarrels or qualms with this brother. It is what it is at this point. We've had it's been almost 10 years now since we've all separated. So it ain't nothing like that, but I can sit here and tell you, I think he's a pleaser of men. I don't think that his spirit is really aligned with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But who am I to say, right? That's all. That's it. That's between him and the Lord, right? Because does he do work? Yeah. Is he diligent? Yes. I'm not going to sit here and tell you. But guess what? All those who say they're Israelites aren't really Israelites. And if you know what I mean by that.
Some people labor in vain.
Exactly. First
I mean?
Corinthians 13th chapter.
And some people's sacrifices are not counted worthy. That's why you have to be a self-examiner. You know what I mean? You got to look at yourself from a third-person perspective. You got to look at yourself like Sims. You're playing the Sims game. You're watching your character, and you put it on auto, and then they just going about their day. And you got, what the fuck? You know what I mean? You got to look at your little imperfections, your mannerisms, your habits, because a lot of things that you can do in this truth, you can offend others and not even know it. You can be prideful and not even know it. You can be wicked and not even know it. You can lack humility and not know it. That's why you have to pray for these things. And you have to look in the mirror, bro, every day, bro. You gotta be conscious. Some people got this truth on autopilot and they're only thinking about their perception, but they're not actually thinking about the spirit that they're coming in and how they're coming off. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. We all chasing the same penny at the end of the day.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It be brothers that be so puffed up that will forget that we all chasing the same penny.
Bro, that penny.
They'll forget that you was once a young brother that came into the truth and you ain't know nothing. Now you are a tyrant.
You're a tyrant over
and guess
brothers.
what? And it was crazy. Now mind you, it could still be the Lord using you to test brothers in their spirit.
It
could be very well. But at the same time, the scriptures also says, woe to those that offend the little ones. So guess what? I tread lightly. I tread lightly. You should tread lightly with brothers. There's a different kind of compassion, empathy.
It don't matter if you got 20 years on it.
Exactly, that you should have for brothers in general. So now, mind you, I don't know about the brother from Pittsburgh who fell out. I mean, ain't got nothing to do with me. But I'm talking about I've seen brothers in different camps fall out because they couldn't deal with other brothers. Now, some people,
there's a difference. You got leaving the camp and doing your own thing, which is perfectly fine.
You leave and go do your own thing, like you actually
it's
still
just
pushing the rock.
Sometimes brothers just don't mix well, and that's okay. Okay. But there's a difference between that and actually brothers who just fall out the truth. And I think that those are the reprobates of those that they use the falling out as an excuse to stop doing the work. Exactly. We've seen it many times. Our camp it's happened to us multiple times.
Actually, Brother Nakawam hit me up earlier, man, and I meant to say something back, bro. I was so busy. Dang. Hey.
But we've seen that though. We've seen brothers fall out and or falling out of a camp, and then brothers will stop doing the work, and then you have the brothers that have a falling out and they actually fall out the truth. They stop doing the work. Those are those that are they weren't really in it to begin with.
Usually, I'm just a land bag, bro. That's beautiful. Usually, it's like when a brother that's in authority, the leader, whatever the case may be, over the flock, when they get on that type shit, it's usually a reflection of where they fell short. Them not doing what they supposed to do, so it's that pride creeping in. You know what I mean? Let me get this real quick, bro. It's heavy.
Please do.
It's heavy. It's 1 Peter 5. I'm gonna start at 2 in the NLT. It says, care for the flock that Yahweh has entrusted to you.
See?
Watch over it willingly, not grudgingly, not for what you will get out of it, Salakia, but because you are eager to serve the Most High Yahweh. It says, don't lord over the people assigned to your care, but lead them by your own good example. And when the great shepherd appears, you will receive a crown of you will receive a crown of never-ending glory and honor. In the same way, you younger men must accept the authority of the elders, and all of you serve each other in humility, for Yahweh opposes the proud but favors the humble.
Hey, and humility. So it's also telling the young brothers to obviously give double honors and give respect, but at the same time, it's also letting the leaders or the elders know
to
give humility. You gotta bring yourself down, bro. We not
There's a time and a place when your leadership needs to be stern.
Exactly.
Peep how he checked the elder. He checked the elder first, and then he was like, "All right, nah, ho, you ain't getting away. Take heed."
Exactly.
Take
Because
heed.
if you a younger brother and you out of order, the leader has to get in that leader role and be stern and put orders and pass suspensions or whatever.
So I'm gonna just give an example. I'm gonna use my job because I'm obviously everybody know I lead stuff, right? When I talk to my employees, right, there's two different ways I could approach this. I could either come out, yo man, you doing this, you doing that, and I'm just ranging on you. It's not going to really get much out of you.
You're not going to.
But then guess what? I can start with a positive.
There's no encouragement.
I can start with a positive. Hey man, I noticed you've been doing all these things right. I noticed that you've been crushing it. You've been doing it and giving words of positive, right?
Now they're intrigued.
Now they're intrigued. But look, there are some areas of opportunity I think we could work on and make you even better. And then tell them what they're doing wrong. See how the approach is different?
Receptive, yeah.
They're more receptive. The morale is up.
It's basic psychology. Bro.
Exactly.
It's basic psychology.
It's simple. What you got out?
There you go.
But then obviously, like you said, you can do that. But then if you get okay, I understand the blah blah blah. Yo, stop bullshit. And then you know what I mean.
You gotta switch it up.
Then you gotta switch it up.
But
it more than likely is not going to come.
It's not going to go to that. Yeah.
Because guess what, people, if you people respect good leaders. If you're a good leader,
and they're gonna
people going to respect that. Brother. They're not going to come at you like that. They might not necessarily be okay and take heed, but they're not going to disrespect you.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Yahweh Shai even makes it very clear. He says the brotherhood is the second most important thing aside of serving the Lord. And the scriptures state to do unto others what you would want done unto yourself. So when you have that mentality with how you deal with brothers, you can't go wrong. You can never go wrong with the perspective and the mentality of like, you know what, I'm going to treat this brother how I would want to be treated.
Yep.
And then if he give me a reason not to treat him with this level of respect, then I'm just going to separate. Because you don't have to retaliate. Mm-hmm. You separate. The true strength, that's wisdom, is when you just separate. You know what, brother? All right, it's cool. And you separate yourself. But when you try to retaliate, that's when you start to mingle evil with evil. That's why the scripture says, render not evil for evil.
It's Sirach 32:7. It says, "Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked."
Hey, that's the point. It says young man, right? Going into basically someone young in the faith. It doesn't matter your age. Young in the faith. You lack knowledge, experience in regards to the truth. So it says speak rarely, right? And if it's even necessary to speak. So when you get into in the midst of more experienced men of higher stature and authority, you should naturally, a level of respect is to naturally present yourself and speak as less as possible. Because they typically have more to say than you. You need to be listening and learning. So you speak when spoken to and you interject when it's absolutely necessary.
This verse 8. Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue. If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are in place, use not many words.
Yeah, don't try to put yourself on the same level as them. Now, granted, it's not to say that these men are better than you, or that they're any more special than you.
They
know.
might be more esteemed.
It's simple male hierarchy, respect, esteem, and experience. You respect is given what respect is due. If somebody knows more than you in a field that you want to learn, you automatically give that respect.
I got you. I'm gonna pull a come out my heart. Philadelphia Eagles. We're all on the same team, but we all know who the star players are. They're going to get a lot more respect.
We all know who the vets are.
They're going to get a lot more respect because they're vets and they are the ones putting most work in. Don't mean that because you drafted your rookie that you wasn't the man and you ain't that bull. You on the team, but you ain't up here yet.
Not yet.
They don't have the same esteem. Simple.
Another example is Job. Remember the three friends?
Yeah.
One of them was Esau's he was related to Esau. He was young too, and he was checking Job. The Lord, you put the spirit on Job, put the spirit on him to check Job. You know what I mean? So it was in a situation where Job had to humble himself and listen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Humility.
Yep.
Right.
David himself got humbled by his one of his men.
Yeah, no, one of his servants.
Yeah. You
It's
know,
like,
it's
yo,
like,
it's a
yo,
man. Yeah.
but you see the approach though. That's also wisdom too.
Yeah, you see
and
how-
respect. He came at him with he approbed David on
Kinda like a
some
parable.
exactly. It's like, yo, listen, there's a man that's doing this and doing this.
Yeah.
You know, yo, he out here moving crazy. What you think? Yo, man, we need to hang that nigga right now.
Yeah, we got
It's
go.
like, well, my king, that man is you.
And it made him go.
He like,
ooh.
oh.
Salakia, correction. His name was Eliphaz.
Eliphaz, yep.
It was Esau's, one of his sons, bro.
Oh, that's
You know
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying? Yeah, I went into the blue letter and all that. And he was a friend of Job, father of Teman. His name mean my power is fine gold.
That makes sense because they worship money.
Money, yeah.
My power is fine gold.
Yeah, my power is fine gold.
That
He one of
shit
his sons.
crazy.
Yeah, he was a demon from
Demon
the
money.
get go. That's why his spirit was not
Amalek
upright
needs something
in
like
him.
that too.
But Lord got a sense of humor, how he had he had him in Job's counsel. You know what I'm saying? One of the three. Lord got a sense of humor, bro.
Remember in that David TV show, whenever he anointed
I didn't see
David,
the second season yet.
he anointed
Still
David.
didn't finish the first season.
Oh, that's crazy. I finished the
I
whole
watched
thing
like the
on
first episode, I think.
I watched the first season on
Well, you
the
saw
flight.
it. You saw it. Remember?
I didn't see the second season.
I
That's
watched
what
the
the first
second.
season.
I seen the first season.
Right. Remember when he anointed David, and Samuel was like, "Wow, I didn't even think the Lord would deal with such a small guy. The Lord is funny.
He
really
was
laughing.
no, he's like,
He
huh,
was
he was
laughing,
he's
bro.
like, huh, the Lord has a sense of humor. He's
Yeah,
really funny.
Yeah.
Because
But
David
knowing
was
damn
so
well
small.
though, if it was King to a one, David would probably put up the ass, bro.
Right.
Real shit, though.
Well, yeah, that's also because Saul
was in a stature
big
and
man.
ideal.
He was also a manly man. He was
Yeah.
Warrior like.
David was playing freaking.
Because Samuel thought David would be like that too.
But
He thought he
David
would.
had heart though.
Oh,
David
yeah.
heart and his confidence was crazy.
Crazy,
but,
yeah.
but he was just a small dude.
You know what?
Like
my
Parathumwa.
favorite line, bro. Listen.
Parathumwa. That joint
What are you
is
doing?
vicious, bro.
When his dad, listen, he was out in the field, and his dad was like, "Yo, I need you to take this to your brothers. Where they at? Battlefield." Face lit up.
He wanted to
ran
go.
over there, right?
Yeah. Go.
So he heard when he was getting closer, all you heard was Goliath. Who will fight like that? David looking around, everybody bitching. He like, yo, y'all letting him disrespect our power? But look, bro. As soon as he walked by his brother Eliab, right? He said, David, what's wrong with you? He said, why aren't you scared? He said, I am. Kept going. He said, oh shit.
He said, I'll fight him.
He said, I am. Man,
I am.
This we talking about the Lord, bro.
Yeah, the Lord
And he
is-
went and handled his business.
And that's why the Lord was making sure, you know what I'm saying, he was good money.
But
Bro,
you gotta have you gotta subscribe to the Wonder Project joint to watch the second season.
Yeah,
You got
It's like $3. It's like $3.
Just do the trial
Or
and
that
cancel
box,
that bit.
or get that box thing I got.
It's like $3
It
right
might
now.
be on a. It might
It's
be
on there.
that.
It's on there. David 1 and 2 on there.
I'm gonna finish that this weekend, man.
Gotcha.
A little
That's
bit.
bro, I ain't gonna lie. I binge watched
bro.
that. You know how you
I did too,
you know how
bro.
you fall asleep on that long behind flight? That season was so good that I was just like, you know what, I'm just going.
Oh my goodness.
It's an hour episode, so 8 hours straight. I was just
Yo,
House of David.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I recently, I didn't recently, but like kind of sort of recently, all the Psalms is songs for the brothers.
Yeah, songs.
He was singing them
That was
songs.
all David just singing.
Yeah, he was singing.
Imagine it in that Lashawan. He was on some Yiddish shit.
Bro.
Imagine in the Lashawan.
Lashawan, that's right. Beautiful.
Crazy. They also have, not to get off topic, on Netflix, they have a cartoon / anime with Jericho. When the Walls of Jericho fell.
Oh,
Yes.
Kind of hard, bro.
Oh,
That
shit.
shit kind of tough. It looked like kind of anime though.
Send
Like,
that joint.
you seen it?
No, I said send that.
This shit. That joint fire. That was it on Ciroc though. That was it right there.
Yep.
Let's see.
Swinging back to the point.
Well,
It's all about respect.
he was going after that one where it was like where you said where the brother knows way more. And you give another level of respect.
Yeah.
The scriptures in that too.
You
I'm good to the
give respect.
Yeah, bro.
Give respect. Respect is due.
That's
man.
why the Lord says, hold thy foot.
And at the same time, and it's crazy because the scriptures say that what much is given, much is required, right? So the more responsibility you have, the more power you have, the more responsibility you have. So the more wisdom and knowledge you get, the more humble you should be. The more humility you should get, because you know so much, and then when you know so much, you know everything is given to you by the Lord. And when you have experience in the truth, you've seen brothers come in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Great men that you like, yo, I think this brother's the elect.
Oh, yeah.
And you fall out. And you like, what?
Yeah,
So
it's been
that puts fear in your heart, knowing that, yo, it can happen to anybody.
Yep.
So that naturally that would give you a humble spirit. You know, like, yo, listen, man,
Wisdom is
I ain't nobody, bro. Like,
wisdom pulling the strings. Into a malicious soul, it shall not answer. But if you upright, wisdom is literally, what's that, Sirach? Is it Sirach 4 where it going, how wisdom try you? I'm gonna grab it if you get that. But wisdom, you think about it, bro.
It's definitely Sirach.
Much.
It will test you. And
That might be the one that he was brought up that one time. I couldn't figure it out.
It's Sirach, bro.
Where wisdom would try you.
Even
in
the
the
G
hardest
and T is
times,
heavy.
it'd be suffering.
We thought it was in Proverbs.
Yeah,
Proverbs.
That was the
Sirach,
craziest
bro.
precept you ever brought out yourself, bro. I said, oh, what is that?
It's Sirach 4. You could grab that joint, though. Bro. I
Yeah,
thought about
bring
it.
this out. Yeah, that precept hard body though. Shalom, I brought that down now. Call all y'all Bashmel Shah. It's Ecclesiastes 5. I'm gonna start. Let's go to the top. So keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Lord, or Yahweh, and be more ready to hear than to give sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil.
Always just, no matter where you go, unless you are the lead speaker and the teacher of something, you should always be willing to listen more than you speak. That's simple psychology, even just with networking. And ironically, it two people have the same type of conversation style where it's heavy question based, because I'd rather be interested than interesting. And the conversation will flow good because you'll ping pong off each other. But for most people like to talk. They like to hear themselves talk. They like to talk about themselves. So if you're a person that usually asks questions, everyone will love you.
Yeah, they would.
They will love you.
That's true.
So, but it's also a very humble conversational strategy. I don't want to call it strategy because some people use it for manipulation, but in general, I know people like that where they genuinely don't like talking about themselves. They just ask questions like, "Hey, so tell me. I know you were telling me." And they're like, you could tell them something months ago. Yeah, I'm about to go do this one thing,
You don't like that
and you don't
person a
see
lot.
them for months. Hey, man, I remember you were telling me you did the thing. How'd that go? Whatever happened to them? And then they
like
ask the
you a
question. You'll naturally like them. He's like, yo, this person's attentive. They care, and that's what makes a good leader. And I think a lot of brothers miss that character trait.
Bro. That's
Like you
beautiful.
said, know the state of their flock.
Like
A lot of brothers, they look too much inward rather than looking outward. They're too worried about themselves rather than. When you're a leader, you have people underneath you. You're responsible for that
Called a
flock.
servant leader.
Bro, it's
Like, you're
literally
responsible
a true
for
leader is a servant, bro.
And
Servant
then by
amongst men.
default, being a leader, when you serve your flock, you're serving the Lord. You're winning points with the Lord because it's like charity, if you will, brotherly love.
Get that what you doing to them, you doing to me. Get that real quick.
But people don't look at it like that. They think
wanna-
that
it's
I'm in a
because-
leadership position, so I gotta perform.
So let me roar.
Let me
Right.
roar. I gotta perform. I gotta stand. Oh, bro.
Your team is a reflection of you, and you're a reflection of your team. So if your team is strong, they're going to think. Perfect. It's like this: you own a store, you got employees, but your employees be always at the top of the ranker. They always at the top salesman. They're gonna be like, yo, who's running that building?
You know what's a perfect example of that? Real estate. A real estate brokerage, right? Traditional realtors, right? Real estate agents. A broker is essentially the manager of the office, right? Typically, the broker doesn't do deals himself. He manages the office and the agents. But the broker gets a percentage off of every agent's sale for the most part. So, as a broker, they typically offer free training and coaching and mentoring to their agents that they bring on. Why? Because if he's making money, I'm making money.
Yep.
If he's making money, I'm making money. If he's making money, I'm making money. If he sells $1 million worth of real estate, I'm getting 10-15% of that. Sometimes more. So guess what? I want you to sell $1 million. So you need help? Call me. I'm gonna help you. Because I'm not out there doing the legwork. So I'm responsible for my flock. So that's a true leader. So that's one thing I've taken from working in real estate for all these years, that I've learned that brokers tend to be some of the most humble people in real estate because they're not out here doing the deals. they're in the office handling the administrative shit and overseeing agents. Yo, what you need? You good? I'm open to you. Call my phone. You call them, text them. They there. They helping you. They ain't never no ego. Because guess what? If you ain't making money, they ain't making money.
That's how most businesses are.
You translate that to the battlefield, bro. Like those the type leaders you gonna
Right.
be, you gonna die for, bro.
Exactly.
It's like,
They on
man,
the
look,
front line with you.
right,
Exactly.
right.
That's how shit. When you go back into a lot of the, you go to the medieval
Bro,
times.
King
hey,
David.
the
The
king
fact that they
was
got
the first one to
songs
march
of him
into the-
killing tens of thousands lets you know
He was
that
on the
instead of
front
being,
line.
you know, most if you look at all war back in the day, like especially in East Asia and all that, the captains and the generals would
Send
stay
them
in their
back.
camp and they would send people off, and they only fought when they had to go fight another general or another. You been watching the John Kingdom?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my goodness, Kingdom.
I haven't watched it yet.
Well, we get into that later. But if you watch it, it shows how generals are coming up and how people they start to foot soldiers and they get bigger and bigger.
I
and bigger.
gotta watch it.
Bro, when I tell
That's
you-
my kind of shit.
Bro,
I
see
love
what
that
I'm-
medieval.
oh, it is.
I love that medieval.
The whole point of what
warrior.
I'm trying to say
I know.
before he start going down another rabbit
Oh,
hole.
I'm about to relate like a mug. I was talking about David. I just wanted to know. I'm about to relate as far as David goes. Have y'all ever seen somebody in real life really use a slingshot?
Nah.
That shit
I
is
did,
out
I
of
did, I did see
control.
it. I seen this white
They throw them to like
Turkish
bullets,
bro. He'd be like,
That
shit
shit-
like on bullseye.
Shit
See,
like a bullet,
It's
bro.
crazy.
It's like a bullet, bro.
It's like, how do you go like this and it's
No,
perfectly
it's even worse. They go like this
it's-
and they flip around and
Yo,
gain momentum.
It's like a
Release
a
that
rock
shit.
inside of a piece of leather.
I know,
patch,
but like,
and
how
then
do you
boom.
aim with that shit?
Bro,
like,
that's
they be
what
like,
it's-
yo, I'm trying to hit that light.
Boom.
That shit is
Oh,
crazy.
Practice.
Yo, look up YouTube.
like darts.
Somebody,
Motherfuckers out here.
bro. I'm telling you, look
Going
look it up
knives and
YouTube.
shit.
Well, these dudes was on horses going 70 miles an hour,
Oh yeah.
pulling bows back.
Yeah.
Hitting niggas from 400 yards
Yeah,
away, bro.
They was built different, bro.
That's
Hey, yo,
that's
actually-
skill. That's like
yo,
a crazy.
Remember
type
that
of
was the
skill,
tools of
dog.
that day. Just like
Yeah.
you're gonna look.
Right.
I think we also dumbing it down.
We are though.
Men of today would be just as capable if that was needed.
If that
Right.
was needed.
You know
If it's
what?
all
Perfect
we
example.
need.
Hold on. I'm gonna give it easy.
I take that.
Get a gun. Go to the gun range. Most people ain't gonna be able to get past 20, 30 yards and actually hit the bullseye or hit anything, right? And that's with a gun in this modern age. Back then, they trained so much.
Blood on their fingers
3-4
and
at a
shit,
time.
calluses
Ugh.
and shit.
Sweating.
But you gotta know, bows today are a lot more modern. They got the pulley systems in them. They make it
Yeah,
easy.
exactly.
Back then, that shit was like,
Strength.
yeah,
It was
hard to
grabbing
say.
the
remember-
finest Lebanon wood.
They had functional strength back then. The way
Yeah.
they trained was
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, because everything. Remember,
because everything they trained for was for what they needed to do.
and also
Right.
they were hunter gatherers, so
Yeah.
everything was physical.
Yeah.
You want to eat, you gotta go out. Remember, Esau was a wild boy. What was he doing? Always out in the
Yeah.
fields hunting and fucking doing. He was a cunning hunter. So while Jacob was in
Esau
the
was always-
chilling,
also a bitch too.
Esau was always out
He
there
was
like,
a bitch too, because he was like, yo man, some of your birthright, I give you this food.
Yeah, he's bitch.
He said, what am I do with a birthright if I'm gonna die? Like, nigga, you ain't gonna die, bro.
yeah.
same way they are now.
Pussy, bro.
Same way they are now, bro.
It's like
bring it up?
false masculinity.
25.
It's like they're rough around the edges and all that.
Yeah, but it's
they
all facade.
pussy.
But
Yeah,
and most of them get it.
yeah.
And I don't
Yo,
mean it. I don't mean it to be disrespectful. I mean, actually, I mean it
bro,
is. But
you ever notice that
most of them-
when you see a lot of Edomite men, they just naturally feminine, bro.
Very feminine.
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to say that. I used to, I think they just keep women around just for procreation, bro.
Yeah. And they not even doing
bro,
that.
Bro,
Not even
based
doing
on
that.
based on the actual history, that's true. If you go into about the Phoenicians, the Greeks, what would they say? They said being with another man was honorable. Being with a woman was only for what? Procreation.
That's why they love to be clean shaven.
That's
They just naturally the way they walk.
They
It's
wanna
just
look
like
like
I hate when Jake do that shit. And they got their whole mustache and everything cut off. I'm like, big dog. Like, come on, bro. They do a lot of it in TV shows, but it's just
Yeah,
annoying
because they
to
want
see.
them to look-
model, like the model boy.
It's annoying
Some
to
Jake
see.
can pull it off.
They can.
Some Jake can
Some
pull
Jake
it off.
can
Most
pull
Jake
it
can't.
off.
Most Jake can't.
No, not at all.
Yeah, most Jake can't.
Not
Some
at
Jake
all.
can. Some Jake can pull it off, but obviously you always look
You
better.
gotta have
with-
some kind of
You
hair.
always look better.
Matter
with-
of fact, and I'm gonna use me. I remember one time I tried it. Remember I said I had a clean face with the
I
goatee?
tried it one time too.
And I remember one day I was like, you know, I'm just trying to. So I went, yeah.
Yeah.
I looked at myself and
I
was like,
felt like a nut.
I got a picture. Y'all gonna be like, oh no, don't
I
have
felt
to.
like a nut when I did my
No.
I had to do it
My-
one
my
time. for
shorty
a
said
job
I look like a
before
pedophile.
the truth. I
She's
had
like-
just the mustache.
So, yo, my shorty said I look like a rapist, bro. Real shit. She's like, you just look so like you raped me. I said, you know what?
That's how you know. That's how you know it's really not meant
Not
to
meant
be
for us, bro.
It's supposed to have fish there, bro.
What King David do to the bull?
What's a lion? What's a lion without his mane?
Oh, he can't come to the
A
camp.
lion without his mane.
Fellas. And this is it growing back.
Oh,
man.
Crazy work, bro.
Yo.
I'm not showing the camera.
You look like you called the cops right there. You called the cops.
I called the cops.
Don't come to camp for 3 weeks, big fella.
Yeah, this is
Hit
white.
me, I'm
This
pressing
is
charges.
this is one of those like, nah, I know you did not do. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm pressing charges,
Hey,
bro.
but look, you see how the 5 o'clock shadow started growing back in, but dog, that was
grown, bro.
that was like,
Yeah,
yo,
you was all there, man.
yeah, no, dog, yeah. That's a picture you gotta take to your grave, dog. Yeah, Howard Shine come back, he gonna be like, yo, let me see that photo. Hey, big dog. I can't. You gonna say go to the mountains and stay there?
Yeah,
Stay
David
there.
say,
Don't come back to
Go out
your
to the
dead
outside
bro.
of the camp till your shit grow back.
You need at least. I need at least like half an inch, bro.
did
Don't
them
come
dirty.
back. You got half an inch.
Yeah. He did them dirty, bro.
You heard that, Ciroc?
I got it.
Fire. You could probably start the.
Yeah, I that's a little more prevalent. Matthew 25:40, straight to the point, and the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done unto one of the least of my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
Yeah, so the least that what you've done unto the least, basically, you could just equate it to the
Those
youngest brother, the youngest brother in the fold. What did you do unto them? You do unto Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai could have known this man. This man could have been in the truth for a couple of days, in the camp for a week. Only came to one camp, right? And you treat him disrespectfully. Guess what? Yahweh Shai take it as like you disrespected him. Because Yahweh Shai don't care about. Yahweh Shai looking at tenure and Yahweh Shai, look, you worship my power, my God, my Father, and you believe on me, and you humbled yourself and you converted, right? You good. You a friend of mine.
Parable of the pennies talks about that. That's what that is.
Also, in Luke, it's the parable of the 99 sheep, bro. 99 sheep, and then they lost the one sheep. He went back and like,
you really
we
gonna
need
have
all that.
You really probably gonna have brothers that's gonna be of the elect that only been in the truth for a day, bro.
Yeah.
And then brothers been in laboring for
10 years, 20 years.
And then y'all gonna be standing next to each other like crown the ceremony, like shit, man.
Yeah,
But guess what? You're not really gonna be.
No, I ain't got no time, no.
Because you're just gonna be happy you getting the crown.
First of all, you gonna be in your new body already.
Right.
So you gonna be looking at brothers like, hey,
right.
hey, yo. Let me see you add an inch.
Shit. But that same logic is gonna be the reason a lot of niggas fall out.
Yeah.
Man, he white. He ain't of the elect.
Yup.
You see that signal?
I think
You see that signal?
I'm gonna tell you this right now. We get new bodies, bro. Everybody gonna be dark skinned.
God.
I can see.
I'm
You
be
know,
honest.
the confusion of faces, Jay. You know, you got this super Jakey Israelite like,
Well,
but
remember he says my people are like a speckled bird. So we gonna be different colors, but we all gonna be melanated.
different derivatives.
I mean, the sun hit you. Certain elements and gems hit you. It hit the skin and glow a little different.
What about
Man,
or what if the Lord allow our spiritual bodies to deal with heathen and they birth elects because the blood comes to our skin, so they're gonna birth Israelite
they're gonna be
people
obviously, bro.
with the glow and all that.
Yeah,
What
we
you
know
mean?
that.
In the kingdom?
No, he's talking about just like not just coming through the loins, but when we take heathen and they have babies.
Yeah, babies is gonna be an Israelite, but it's gonna be that person might be light, so it's like
Yeah, right. So we don't know. We don't know. We get
That's
it.
all speculation.
That's all. We don't know. It's
speculation.
But I believe we all gonna be melanated. Super melanated. All those that were like.
I just can't see a spiritual body.
I know, me too.
Putting in a spiritual seed into a mortal body.
Yeah, the mortal because it's the
Oh,
foul
so
too.
then it might not work.
Yeah, I just can't.
They might just be for you.
Only-
know,
That kind of
Israel
go. That kind of go.
sport.
That kind of go back to that Nephilim shit.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
the angels coming down, having sex and
They might,
babies.
they might just be, they might
demigods and
they
shit.
might just be like little conkies and shit.
Yeah, I just
But
for
all
fun,
the-
'cause
all-
our women,
All Israelite women
are gonna
had babies by men. By the
our
men of
women's
God.
gonna be bad
Yo,
again.
That
I
makes
mean,
sense. That makes sense.
I mean, look, think about it. When Superman was, Lois Lane, right? I always used to think that he had to dumb his power down.
You got
Yeah,
to.
he had to.
So when
He can't. He
about
can't
to rip through it.
He can't. You know what I mean?
can't-
It's too much power.
Yo,
boom, boom.
You know, exercise that.
You gotta have some kryptonite and
Hancock.
shit.
Yeah.
Hancock did that. Hancock had to dumb his joint down
Yeah.
because whenever he had to push the girl away because when he ejaculated, he blew holes through the damn ceiling.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. I was thinking about it like that too. Get that.
Yeah, our women gonna be back in their state, bro. Hair down to their toes, bro.
All that crazy.
Ain't gonna
Crazy.
work. It's Sirach 4:11 in the GNT. It's titled Wisdom as a Teacher. It says, wisdom takes care of those who look for her. She raises them to greatness. Loving her is loving life itself. Rising early to look for her is pure joy. Anyone who obtains wisdom will be greatly honored. Wherever he goes, the Lord will bless him. It says, wisdom's servants are the servants of the Holy One, and the Lord loves everyone who loves her. It says, those who obey her will give her sound judgments. Those who pay attention to her have true security. Put your trust in wisdom, and you will possess her and pass her on to your descendants. It says, at first, wisdom will lead you along difficult paths. It says, she will make you so afraid that you will think you cannot go on. The discipline she demands will be tormenting, and she will put you to the test with her requirements until she trusts you completely. It says, then she will come to you with no delay, revealing her secrets to you and make you happy. But if you go astray, she will abandon you and let you go to your own ruin.
That's the priest that you brought out. Sirach 4, what's that?
That was 4:11 and 19.
It's as simple as that, man. It's you grow and you gain character and wisdom through experience and hardships and trials, bro. That's one thing. Even the boy David Goggins talks a lot about. You know, there's one particular popular clip that he had. He was running and he was talking about. He's like, man. He said, I love when the water is cold. He said, I love when the ending is unknown. He said, I wish the instructors, because you know when he was a SEAL, they would have to run, and then they didn't have a distance. It was just run until the instructors tell you to stop.
Yeah.
So he said, I wish them instructors kept on running. He said, when the distance is unknown and the ending is unknown, he said, that's when you know who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's heavy.
it's like
when
you
the
said,
distance is unknown,
No limits.
and
like
you just
shit.
keep going until
you locked in now.
just
now
locked
it
in
is
until
what it
you
is.
until you it's time to
Yeah.
go. So you're not thinking of like, I'm gonna run 3 miles, and you like.
Oh, runner's high.
It's like this. You like this. Okay, I got a mile and a half left.
You just gonna run.
I got a
That
quarter of
actually
a mile
makes you tired,
left.
too.
It makes you more tired.
Yeah, dude, because you looking forward to that.
That's why when you
Keep
run with a
rolling.
group, naturally you can run longer.
Chicken bones from you?
But yeah, but that's basically what wisdom will do, man. It'll try you, it'll put you through hard times, but it's all to test you. And if you survive the test, you gain experience and knowledge from that test.
That's life itself.
That's life itself.
Man.
You know what I mean? Just like every time you take a test for anything, exam, if you fail, it's okay. But if you try, but you still learn. Then you take the test again and you learn more, and you keep learning every single time, bro. That's all it is, bro.
My mom calls it an imperfect action.
Yeah, and it's not even really a failure, man. It's just it's a part of the trials. You know, you have leg 1, leg 2, or whatever. It's extra multiple legs to the race. All right, so that's really it, man. Like, keep that humility. Always understand that we are all chasing the same penny. No brother is above any one of us. We are not greater than anybody. Our righteousness is as filthy rags. And the Most High don't need us at the end of the day. The Most High have not dealt with us according to our sins. So you have to be humble enough to and grateful to understand that the Most High can take you out at any point, at any given time. So always pray for humility. Always pray for endurance. Always pray for faith. And always pray to the Most High keep you in the right spirit.
Yo, and like you said, no excuses, man.
No excuses, bro.
Lately, I've been harping on DOD, DOP, bro. Discipline over desire, discipline over pleasure, bro.
Yep.
Simple.
I mean, bro, I'm telling you.
I've been on point.
That's
I
my-
know. I think
telling
the
you.
whole camp been turned,
been on
bro.
That's my whole shit.
Whole
been on
camp
point.
been turned.
No,
Yup, just know
Yeah.
you see me in April.
no excuses, bro. There's no excuse. I don't care how tired you are.
Yeah, bro, just do it.
Just do it. I'm talking to the brother before we started camp. Like, yo, if you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, you failed yourself, bro. And you ain't failed nobody but yourself. If you can't
In the
keep a
words-
vow to yourself, how can you keep a vow to the Lord?
In the words of Shalom, you a bitch.
You're a bitch.
You a bitch. All right. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory
To
unto
Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Harakakadash.
Double honor to the elders and apostles. Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.